Welcome back, friends. Child abuse and neglect is not just a nationwide problem. It's happening in alarming rates right here in Michigan. It is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and my pleasure to have Sharon Norman joining me from Can Council to break it all down for us. Thanks for being here. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing awesome, and this is such an important topic. How dire is child abuse and neglect nationwide?
Well, just in recent data that's been collected, over 600,000 children were identified as having been abused. And so that's about a child a minute. And that's significant.
That's alarming. And I was reading that information that you sent to me. 1 in 10 will be sexually abused before their 18th birthday. That's alarming. Now, there are different types of abuse. Tell us about that.
Sure. So 4 types of abuse that are recognized are physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional or mental injury, and then neglect. And so when allegations come in, our CPS, they receive those, and sometimes they have what's called a forensic interview with our Child Advocacy Center. And so sometimes when people hear Child Advocacy Center, they think they give out coats and they give out, well, no. Our Child Advocacy Center, they are able to do the forensic interviews that, and we have a multidisciplinary team that we work with, so law enforcement, prosecutors, medical personnel, and CPS will be able to watch in another room while that forensic interview is done. And the reason why they do that is so the child only has to give this account once. Because a child would be re-traumatized if they have to tell this person and this person. And so our forensic interviewers are experts in what they do, and then we also have our care coordinators who support the family, because it's not over just because the child tells the story. Generally, there's more that goes with that. So our care coordinators swoop in and they provide resources and support for the family as they navigate what could possibly be their court case.
And you know, now with social media, kids are being sexually solicited online. I'm sure you've seen that's a big issue as
Absolutely. So 1 in 5 children with access to a digital device will be, not maybe, but will be sexually solicited online. So it becomes super important for parents to engage their kids when it comes to their digital world. And sometimes it can be intimidating, but the reality is that is another space where children can find themselves in unsafe scenarios. So it becomes super important for the adults in their lives to recognize what apps are they on. You know, is there a common place where technology is put at bedtime? You know, are kids able to just have it in their rooms? And so those are questions that families can start to talk about. What's safe, what's not safe, and why they may want to make the choices to keep their kids safe when it comes to their technology use.
Are there some signs of abuse or that we need to look out for in neglect as parents, as friends, loved ones?
Absolutely. So the interesting thing about abuse, when it comes to signs, there can be a lot of signs or no signs, and that's the hard part. So when it comes to physical abuse, you know, there are clear signs like bruising, pattern bruising, that might be the result of a buckle or even charging cords. We've seen that. And so those are examples of things that you just see. If it's someone under the age of 4 months, pattern bruising, a baby isn't mobile. So when you see bruising on a baby, those are things to absolutely look out for. But when it comes to abuse, there are other things that you may not just see. For instance, those who maybe have been sexually abused become hyper vigilant, or they become overachievers because of that feeling of unworthiness or what they've experienced. So you may not even notice it. We always tell parents and adults, safe adults, right? We say the best defense and protection for a child is their relationship with a safe adult, because that safe adult may notice signs.
And I love that.
And pick up on things.
to raise awareness about child abuse and neglect, Friday is Wear Blue Day.
Yes.
Talk to us about that. That's very important.
So this is it is actually a national movement,
Okay.
but for the state of Michigan, we want everybody to put on blue, take your
Yes.
picture, hashtag #MIWearsBlue, hashtag Can Council, and show your solidarity, because the reality is protecting children is not just the Can Council's responsibility,
No.
it's not just teachers' responsibility, or just, it's an all hands on deck.
It's everyone.
We all play a role
We are all in
in
this
keeping
together.
folks safe. That's
We
right.
sure are. It's a community, all of
Yeah.
us. Where can we get more information about your upcoming events, as well as even these signs and symptoms, everything?
Sure, go to cancouncil.org, and all of our events will be listed. And I definitely want to shout out to Michigan Sugar
Okay.
and Michigan Cream and Sugar. On
Yes.
Tuesdays, they are a sponsor. And on Tuesdays for the month of April, you can head over to their Bay location or their Saginaw location, and they call it Scoop It Forward.
Okay.
And they are scooping it forward for the Can Council. So 10% of the proceeds on
Yeah.
Tuesdays will come back to us, because the reality is it takes money to do what
sure
we do,
does.
and we don't charge for what we do.
No.
We are a free service to
Oh,
our
wow.
community. All of our education, our CAC or our Child Advocacy
Yes.
Center, it's free.
Well,
So,
let's all scoop it
forward.
Scoop it forward every Tuesday. That is so easy to do with those wonderful.
I know the Uptown Funk. I'm just gonna give a
Yes.
little shout. Uptown Funk
Okay.
is their new new flavor, sis.
Oh, gotta try that.
Yes.
Okay, I will definitely be there. Thank you for what you do in the community. We need you out there. Thank you for being an advocate for children and for all of us in the community.
Absolutely.
We will have all this information, my friends, on our website at WNEM.com. Now, are you concerned a child or teen is being abused or neglected? Call the number that's right there on your screen to make a report. You can also scan the QR code for more resources from Can Council.